difference is that the Himalayas are the most recent landforms, whereas the peninsular plateau constitutes one of the ancient land masses on the Earth's surface. Second, Himalayan mountains have high peaks, deep valleys, and fast-flowing rivers, whereas peninsular plateau Himalayan mountains are made of sedimentary rocks. Hope you got all the points. They stretch over the northern borders of India. These mountain ranges run from the river Indus in the west to the Brahmaputra river in the east. They form an arc which covers a distance of about 2,400 kilometers. Their width varies from 400 kilometers in Kashmir to 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. The height of the mountains is more in the eastern half than the western half. The Himalayan mountains consist of 3 parallel ranges in their longitudinal extent: 1, 2, and 3. The first one is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. The second one is known as the Himachal or the Lesser Himalaya, and the third one is the Shivalik range. Now let us know about them in detail. The Himadri is the northernmost range of the Himalayas. It is the most continuous range, consisting of the loftiest peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters. It contains all prominent Himalayan peaks. For example, Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Dhaulagiri, Nanga Parbat, etc. The core or central part of the Himalayas is made of granite, which is an igneous rock. Originate. For example, Ganga, Yamuna, etc. The height of the Himachal varies between 3,700 and 4,500 meters, and the average width is 50 kilometers. You can find many important ranges here. For example, the Pir Panjal range. It forms the longest and the most important range. The other important ranges are the Dhauladhar and the Mahabharat ranges. Do you know the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and the Kullu valley are located in the Himachal range? So you can visit many hill stations in this range. Now let us know about the Shivaliks. They are the outermost range of the Himalayas. They extend over the width of 10 to 50 kilometers and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meters. These ranges are composed of loose sediments brought down by rivers from main Himalayan ranges located farther north. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. Here you can see many dunes. What are dunes? Dunes are the longitudinal valleys lying between the Lesser Himalayas and the Shivaliks. For example, Dehradun, Kotli Dun, and Patli Dun. So children, these were the longitudinal divisions of the Himalayas. Hope you understood them well. But the story of the Himalayas doesn't end here. There is much more to know about this lofty Himalayas. Besides the longitudinal divisions, the Himalayas have been divided based on regions from west to east. These divisions have been demarcated by river valleys. These are called Punjab Himalaya, Kumaon Himalaya, Nepal Himalaya, and Assam Himalaya. Do you want to know where they are located? Then continue watching the video. The part of the Himalayas lying between the Indus and Satluj rivers have been traditionally known as Punjab Himalaya, but it is also known as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively. The part of the Himalayas lying between the Satluj and Kali rivers is known as Kumaon Himalayas. The Kali and Tista rivers demarcate the Nepal Himalayas, and the part lying between Tista and Dihang rivers is known as Assam Himalayas. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. They are known as the Purvanchal or the eastern hills of mountains. The Purvanchal range comprises the Patkai Hills, the Naga Hills, the Manipur Hills and the Mizo Hills. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks, covered with dense forests. They mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. So,